You watch their life and reach for your wallet. Something tightens and a purchase feels necessary. It happens before you notice. A friend posts a trip and you are pricing flights you never wanted before. You tell yourself the timing was random. The truth is softer, stranger, and worth slowing down to see. This is not weakness. It is a quiet force shaping how your money leaves you every week. By the end, you will see the pattern. Once seen, it loses most of its quiet power. Other people's success rarely makes you celebrate. It quietly recalculates the gap between their life and yours. You may not like what they have. Still, something wants to close the distance with a click. That is the hidden engine of so much spending. Not greed, just a quiet ache for parity. We rarely admit this out loud. We say we earned it, deserved it, and that feels true. Underneath, there is a comparison we never finished. A small wound asking to be soothed by something we hold. Think of the last time you felt that pull. A coworker's promotion, a cousin's house, a stranger's perfect kitchen. You did not consciously decide to spend. The decision was already made beneath your own awareness. This is the treadmill no one warned you about. It runs on hunger for parity, not on greed. Parity with people we barely know. Parity with the self we imagined we would already be by now. That ache has a name your body understands. It feels like being left behind, even when nothing got worse. Nothing got worse, only the reference point moved. When that moves, your sense of enough moves too. You used to love your car. Then you sat in a friend's newer one and yours felt instantly older. Nothing about the car changed. Only the picture in your head of what your life should look like. That picture is the real spender. Not you, not your salary, just the silent picture updating in background. Every time someone you know levels up, the picture redraws. Your account is asked to match the new sketch. This is why raises feel smaller than they should. The picture rises faster than your paycheck. The gap stays. You're not bad with money. You're responding humanly to a moving target you never agreed to chase. Notice how often a purchase follows a scroll. You see someone's vacation, renovation, easy skin, effortless weekend. An hour later, you are in a cart you never opened. That link feels invisible. It is not. It is comparison turning into consumption, a feeling becoming a transaction, because transactions soothe feelings fastest. You did not want it that morning. The wanting arrived only after you saw what someone else owned. The product is almost beside the point. You wanted to feel as okay as they looked in their frame. And here is the cruel part. They were not okay in that frame. What you buy will not fix that. But the brain does not know that yet. It only knows the ache eased when the order confirmed. That brief relief teaches something dangerous. It teaches that spending is how you handle the feeling of falling behind. Next time the feeling rises, your hand already knows. The card, the app, the cart, the satisfying click. This is how lifestyle inflation happens. It's not in one big decision, but in small comparisons answered with money. Your income grows and so does the picture. Each upgrade in their life becomes a pressure point inside yours. A friend buys a home and your apartment feels smaller. A colleague flies business and economy feels like a downgrade. None of these feelings are wrong. They are human, wired into a brain built for tribes watching each other. The problem is the tribe is now millions of strangers. Your brain still treats their wins as signals to match. Pause here for a moment. Think about whose success most often makes you feel restless about your own life. Is it people you actually love, or people you barely know performing lives designed to be watched and envied? Tell me in the comments which surprises you. Your honest answer may help another viewer recognize their pattern. You do not have to share names. Just notice who is steering your spending without ever asking permission. Now come back. This pattern has a deeper root, and that root is what finally sets you free. The deeper root is belonging. Every status purchase is an attempt to stay inside the group you fear leaving. We are not chasing the bag. We are chasing the feeling of being included, current, still in the room. When others rise, the room changes shape. You sense new vocabulary, new things people casually mention owning. Spending becomes a language. You buy the thing to keep speaking fluently in the world you inhabit. That is not shallow. That is ancient. Belonging once meant survival, and your nervous system still treats it that way. When success surrounds you, your body reads a signal: update or lose your place at the table. The card comes out before reasoning does. Reasoning shows up later, dressed as practicality, justifying what feeling already decided. We call it a need, a deal, a treat. The truer word is often an attempt at belonging. This is why budgets often fail in silence. They were built for numbers, but spending was never about numbers. You were not overspending on shoes. You were overspending on the fear of becoming invisible inside your own social world. Once you see that, shame starts loosening. You stop calling yourself irresponsible and see a human trying to belong. From that softer place, real change becomes possible, not through willpower, but through understanding what spending was for. There is another quiet force at work. We compare an inside we know to an outside we briefly glimpse. You know your doubts, your tired mornings, your unopened messages. You know the boring middle of every day. But of them, you only see highlights. The promotion post, the ring, the kitchen lit at golden hour. So the comparison was never fair. You measured your honest interior against their 3 best curated seconds. And losing that comparison felt like proof you are behind, slower, out of step with your life. That proof is false, but the spending it triggers is real. Real money, settling a debt that never actually existed. Think of someone who seems endlessly upgrading. From outside, they look ahead. Inside, they may feel just as restless. Notice how the thrill fades quickly. You wanted it Monday, owned it Friday, forgot it by next weekend. That fading is not a flaw in the product. It is a feature of a brain built for wanting. Once you have the thing, the comparison moves. There is always someone ahead, and your brain finds them. This is the moving finish line that exhausts you. Every time you reach it, it slides forward that far. You did not fail to catch up. The line was never meant to be caught, only chased. Realizing this feels sad at first. Then it slowly feels like relief, because nothing was wrong with you. You were running a race designed to be unwinnable. Of course you felt tired. Of course you felt behind. Here's the freeing part. The moment you see the race, you are no longer inside it. You can still want beautiful things. You can still enjoy them. You can celebrate others' wins without flinching. The automatic reach for the wallet softens. The gap between their post and your purchase becomes thinking space. In that space, you ask a quieter question. Do I want this or just want to feel level? That single question changes everything. When you ask honestly, the urge to buy often lets go of you. Not because you forced it. You answered the real need. The need was never the card item. The need was reassurance that you are okay, not falling behind, that your life is still worth living. No product label says that, yet that is the unspoken promise behind so many quiet purchases. Reassurance, it turns out, cannot be bought. It is only remembered in small moments you stopped noticing. The dinner you liked, the walk that felt easy, the friend who laughs when you say something honestly embarrassing. Those are the moments your nervous system was seeking. No package delivers them, no upgrade can manufacture them. This is what stepping off the treadmill looks like. Not less ambition, not less style, not less joy in things, just less automatic spending in response to others. A small pause where there used to be a swipe. In that pause, you start choosing again. You buy because things fit your life, not to patch a comparison. That is a quietly powerful shift. It does not look dramatic, but inside, the treadmill finally begins to slow. You will still see their posts. You will still feel the pull. The feeling stays, but stops driving. You notice it, name it, breathe with it, then let it pass without reaching for your phone. Over time, something gentle happens inside you. Your version of enough stops being defined by their version of more. Enough stops being a number out there. It becomes a feeling you can return to almost any evening on purpose. You might still upgrade your life sometimes, but upgrades come from your own taste, not someone else's highlight reel. That is what financial peace actually feels like. Not a number, but a nervous system that stops flinching. You can be genuinely happy for them. Their success becomes interesting, even inspiring, instead of secretly painful. That shift is available to you tonight, not through more income, but through seeing the pattern over and over. So tonight, try something small. When you feel the pull after seeing someone's life, wait 60 seconds first. In those seconds, ask one honest thing. What feeling am I actually trying to soothe with this purchase? You do not have to fix the feeling. Only see it, name it, let it exist without spending. That tiny habit repeated rewires the loop. Comparison stops being a silent command and becomes information you can ignore. You are not trying to stop wanting. You are noticing the difference between true wanting and quiet comparison. You will not get this right every time. Nobody does. The point is not perfection, only slowly becoming aware. Each time you pause, the pattern weakens. Each time you spend anyway, you learn something honest about your need. There is no failing here, only noticing. And noticing, repeated gently over months, is what real change looks like. You may still buy beautiful things. The difference is they feel chosen, not pulled by comparison. That feeling of choosing is the whole prize. Not more, not looking richer, just owning the moment of spending. When that moment is yours again, something settles. The chase quiets, the scroll loosens, the cart stops opening. You notice others' success without measuring against it. You see it, feel something, then return to your own life. Your life starts feeling whole again. Its quiet textures, small wins, real people become enough to stop comparing constantly. The people who feel wealthiest often own less than you imagine. Their secret is not income, but unhooked attention. That is the real wealth this channel cares about. Not numbers on a screen, a mind that feels like home. You stop performing for an audience you cannot see. You start living for the one person you actually know, yourself. That is when money becomes a tool again. Not a scoreboard, not a shield, just something serving your life. If this helped you see something unnamed, take a breath. Let the recognition land softly tonight without judgment. Leave a comment about one moment this week when someone's success nudged your spending. Your honesty may unlock someone. If this channel helps you understand your money, subscribe. Tap the bell so the next one finds you. You are not behind anyone. You ran a rigged race nobody warned you about. Now you can step off. Their success is theirs. Your enough is yours. The moment you stop confusing them, your money feels like yours.